What's up everybody, Weston here with the Hidden Gibbon, back with another daily deck tech video. Feeling much better after my hospital stint last week. Things will probably be day by day here this week, but starting on Saturday, my plan is to get a whole bunch of stuff recorded. I have a whole bunch of different discussion video ideas that I have, and we'll be getting back into the groove of things. Thank you for the well wishes and all of that. But without further ado, let's get into... I hope I pronounced this correctly. Galea, Kindler of Hope, and it is a viewer request. So who is Galea? Galea is a 4/4 for 1 and Bant, has Vigilance, and you may look at the top card of your library at any time. And then you may cast aura and equipment spells from the top of your library, and when you cast an equipment spell this way, it gains, when this equipment enters the battlefield, attach it to a creature you control. So what I'm going to try to do with this deck today is I am going to try to have pretty much a stack everything on Galea and then have some auxiliary enchantments and things like that that we'll go through. But the point here is to make big commander and have big commander smash face. So how are we going to do that? Well, we have 14 creatures, which albeit is rather low, they all serve a pretty straightforward purpose. We do have 2 mana dorks in here, Delighted Halfling and Avacyn's Pilgrim. They're here obviously to provide mana. Then we have Arden, Intrepid Archaeologist. It's a 2/2 for 3. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may attach any number of auras and equipment you control to target permanent or player. That's pretty good. I might actually make a deck tech around Arden with a partner of some other color to try to do a curse theme, but we'll see about that. But he's here, so that way you can attach your equipments to other creatures and stuff, especially if your main creature gets blown up. We have Cloud, Midgar Mercenary. He's a 2/1 for 2. When he enters, search your library for an equipment card, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle. And as long as Cloud is equipped, if an ability of Cloud or an equipment attached to it triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. So again, another backup creature besides your commander to be able to just beat face and then get a whole bunch of triggers. We have Codsworth, Handy Helper. In a way, kind of a mana dork, but he's pretty unique. He's a 2/3 for 3, and he's just the nicest robot butler. Commanders you control get Ward 2, which is not insignificant, and you can tap to add double white, spend it only to cast aura or equipment spells, and then you can also tap him to attach target aura or equipment you control to target creature you control. Activate only as a sorcery. So another utility along with Arden, that same vein of attaching things to other things. We have Cold-Eyed Selkie, which is a classic commander card. It has Island Walk, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you may draw that many cards. Lots of people play blue in Commander, so, it's not too big of a gamble to play Cold-Eyed Selkie. And, with it having, whenever it deals that combat damage to a player, you draw that many cards. When you have it suited up with, a Colossus Hammer, you're going to get to draw a lot of cards. This also makes it a really big threat and might draw some fire for your other stuff. We have Danitha. Every time I see this card, I want to say Danitha Patrick, like Danica Patrick. But Danitha, Benalia's Hope, is a 4/4 for 5. First strike, Vigilance, Lifelink, and when she enters the battlefield, you may put an aura or equipment card from your hand or graveyard onto the battlefield attached to Danitha. This is kind of some of the artifact recursion. Then we have Danitha, New Benalia's Light, which is Vigilance, Trample, Lifelink. Once during each of your turns, you may cast an aura or equipment spell from your graveyard. Again, recursion. We have Invisible Stalker. He's hexproof, so he can't be targeted by your opponent's spells. This guy is a little win con right here because Invisible Stalker can't be blocked, so unless they blow up all your equipments, he's going to be doing fun things. We have Kellen, the Kid. He's a 3/3 for Bant. Flying and Lifelink, and whenever you cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand, you may cast a permanent spell with equal or lesser mana value from your hand without paying its mana cost. If you don't, you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. What's really interesting is that this works with our Galea, who casts things from the top of the library, which will trigger Kellen. It can be both ramp, it can get you extra equipments onto the battlefield, etc. Then we have Pure Steel Paladin. Whenever an equipment you control enters, you get to draw a card. And Metalcraft, so 3 or more artifacts. Your equipment has an equip cost of 0, which is always good. Then we have another Danitha. We have so many Danithas, friends. So many. Danitha, Capetian Paragon. It's a 2/2 for 3. And First Strike, Vigilance, Lifelink, and Aura and equipment spells you cast cost 1 less. Then we have Strom. Not to be confused with Crom. Whenever you cast an aura or equipment or vehicle spell, draw a card. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. And then we have the classic Stoneforge Mystic. Needs some reprint so it can drop down from the $33. I don't know if Stoneblade is even still a thing in Legacy, but that's why it used to be pretty expensive. When Stoneforge Mystic enters the battlefield, search your library for an equipment card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. And then you can pay 2, and you may put an equipment card from your hand onto the battlefield. Pretty good rate for a 2-drop, hence why it's all Legacy play. Sorceries, we have a bunch of Ramp in Cultivate, Farseek, Kadama's Reach, Rampant Growth. These are all here to get us lands. And then we have a little bit of draw with Ponder, Preordain, Serum Visions. These are all in here. You get to look at the top. And that is so that way you can like kind of order your deck to have equipment and stuff on the top of your library, so that way you can cast it from the top of your library. We have Open the Armory, search your library for an aura or equipment card, reveal it and put it into your hand, so a tutor. And Steel Shaper's Gift is also a tutor. Search your library for an equipment card, reveal it, put it onto your hand, and shuffle. Instants, we have an Offer You Can't Refuse and Arcane Denial for just a little bit of counter magic, as well as Dovin's Veto. So we got 3 counter spells in here, and then we have removal in Path to Exile, Stroke of Midnight, Swords to Plowshares, Generous Gift, and Beast Within. One weakness that we could probably address in this deck is that I did not put any mass removal in, so feel free to... these decks are always ways for you to, like, a base, and then you customize it as you see fit. Artifacts. This is where we are really going to shine, friends. We have so many equipments here. So many. Let's take a look, shall we? We have Basilisk Collar, gives lifelink and death touch. We have Behemoth Sledge, +2/+2, trample and lifelink. I didn't know that one of the characters from Final Fantasy has the bat from Walking Dead, and I've probably just angered both fandoms for that one. Belt of Giant Strength. Equip creature is a 10/10. Equip 10. This ability costs X less, where X is the power of the creature it targets. So, you know, it makes a big creature even bigger. Blackblade Reforged. +1/+1 for each land you control. And then the equipped creature get equipped legendary creature for 3, equipped a regular creature for 7, but pretty much all of our creatures are legendary. Bloodforged Battle Axe, it gets +2/+0, and whenever the creature connects with connects a player with damage, you create a token that's a copy of Bloodforged Battle Axe. Brotherhood Regalia gives the equipped creature as Ward 2. It's an assassin and can't be blocked, and it equips to legendary creatures for 1. We have Caduceus, Staff of Hermes. Equipped creature has lifelink, and as long as you have 30 or more life, equipped creature gets +5/+5 and indestructible, and prevent all damage that would be dealt to this creature. Champion's Helm gets +2/+2, and as long as it's legendary, it has hexproof. Cloud Key, name artifacts. Helm of Awakening makes ourselves cheaper too. We have Colossus Hammer. By the way, Helm of Awakening is for everybody, so it also has a downside of making your opponent's stuff cheaper. Colossus Hammer. Equipped creature gets +10/+10 and loses flying, equipped 8, or you can just, attach it by playing it off the top. We have Dark Steel Plate. Equipped creature is indestructible. Fire Shrieker is double strike. Grafted Exoskeleton gives +2/+2 and has Infect. This is one of your big win cons here. Infecting, just killing people in one hit. But when it becomes unattached from a permanent, sacrifice that permanent. We have Masterwork of Ingenuity, which looks like a junk hammer here. If you can have it enter the battlefield as a copy of any equipment on the battlefield. We have Hammer of Nazan. Whenever Pico Hammer, otherwise known as Hammer of Nazan, or another equipment you control enters, you may attach the equipment to target creature you control. Equipped creature gets +2/+0 and indestructible. Power Fist, whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, put that many 1/1 counters on it. This goes really well with Grafted Exoskeleton. Well, like, do this one first and then do this. And then we have Swiftfoot Boots for hexproof. We have Sword of Vengeance to give all the keywords on a chroma, which is First Strike, Vigilance, Trample, Haste. It also gives +2/+0. Trailblazer's Boots, non-basic land walk, and winged boots. Has flying and ward 4. This is a great way to protect your creature. For our enchantments, we have a whole bunch of auras. In fact, they are all auras. Aqueous Form is an aura that makes it so a creature can't be blocked, and whenever the creature attacks, you get to scry 1, which synergizes really well with Galea, so that way you can, again, order the top of your library. We have Eldrazi Conscription, +10/+10, Trample and Annihilator 2. We have Fertile Ground, which is whenever a land is tapped for mana, its controller adds one additional mana. We also have Wild Growth and Utopia Sprawl to do the same thing here. We have Shielding Plaques. When it enters, draw a card. An enchanted creature can't be the target of spells or abilities your opponents control, so hexproof. We have Shield of the Oversoul. As long as the creature is green, it's indestructible. As long as the creature is white, it flies. Steel of the Godhead is as long as it's white, it gets lifelink, and as long as it's blue, it's unblockable. We have Strong Back. Equipped abilities you activate that target enchanted creature cost 3 less to activate. Aura spells you cast that target the enchanted creature cost 3 less to activate. An equipped creature gets +2/+2 for each aura and equipment attached to it. We have Super State. Enchanted creature you control. Enchanted creature has base power and toughness of 9/9, has flying, first strike, trample, and haste. And whenever a creature deals combat damage to an opponent, it deals that much damage to each opponent, which is pretty interesting. We have Academy Ruins in here, and we also have Hall of Heliod's Generosity. These are here to get your stuff back from your graveyard. We also have Rogue's Passage to create unblockable, and Reliquary Tower just in case. Normally I don't run Reliquary Tower, but unless there's a lot of draw. But you could get a lot of things piled in your hand if somebody just Cyclonic Rips you. But let me know what you think of the deck in the comments down below. I think that she's pretty fun. I know you can do a lot of different, less single combat warrior strategies with her, but I wanted to give it a shot. I think it's pretty fun. Let me know in the comments down below if you want to see your commander made into a deck tech. Drop that in the comments down below. As always, I'm Weston with the Hidden Gibbon, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. What's up, everybody?